are you doing yourself any favor by charging 6?
Yeah. And then when you have customers that say, I know people who charge less, you can say, I have customers who pay more.
It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. We're all on team humanity here, right? Like how far out do we want to go? You could be like team Milky Way, right? I don't know what other life forms are in the Milky Way. There's probably something. There's probably, for sure something else out there because of how big our damn universe is. I don't know where the team, lies. Maybe there's a different universe and we're actually like playing against them, but we're on team our universe. But like the structure of team could be extended to at least, let's say, humanity, right? If you're on freaking planet Earth, we're all on the same team here because we only have this one planet and we don't know how to segregate ourselves off of it if you don't like what you got on planet Earth. So like we all better figure out how to make this thing work together. And then there's like continents that kind of segregate us a little bit. And then there's countries that segregate us from there. And so, like within our bigger team, we might have some like factions, right? And it got me to thinking about football, right? It's like at a low level, right? I played some wide receiver back in the day. If you're a wide receiver on a football team, like you're part of the wide receiver group. But like when you're running drills, your other wide receivers are your direct competitors because you need to outcompete them if you want to play, right? And so, but they're still on your team, right? So like you all need to do, you're trying to make each other better because your team, like if you're the best wide receiver and you suck and your team sucks, you ain't going very far, right? So now if you extend that to the offense, like if you're a wide receiver, you're kind of competing against the running back for touches, right? And the accolades and the glory, but you're still on the same damn team. So if you're a shitty wide receiver and just so happens that you have a shittier running back, so you get the ball a lot more, your team still sucks. Or if your quarterback sucks, you're not going to get the ball anyway, right? So you got to help your quarterback get better. Well, now it's like you have a defense too, and you go against them every day in practice. And so, your goal is opposite, right? Just like when you're in wide receiver one-on-one drills, like your goal is opposite. Like you need to beat that guy. Well, now you need to beat your defender. So if you beat the cornerback and you're a shitty wide receiver, like if that cornerback is just that much shittier, your team still sucks, right? You gotta
it kind of ties back to if you make friends with all your competitors in your city, guess what? You have good competitors and you can talk about, hey man, like let's charge what we're worth, right? Like what drives you nuts? You go to a job and you bid 10 grand and somebody else bids 6. You're like, who in the world would do that for 6 grand?
Let me help you make more money, like Chad was saying earlier. Let me help you be a better teammate, because right now we're all on team fucking chimney sweep, and we want team chimney sweep to be the best team it can be, because we're all better if our team is good.
Well, it's not so much even. I mean, I would tell people I'm charging 10 and someone else is charging 6, but without even setting price laws and stuff like that, it's as simple as if you know your value and I know my value and I'm getting it. I'm trying to teach the guys that aren't at my level. You are at my level. You just don't have as many employees. When you show up to a customer's house, you are the exact same person as my guy. You can sell that person the exact same thing I do if you can do this stuff. And so there is no difference. So, I mean, why would you sell it for, you said 6,000, David, and I sold it for 10. Why would you leave that money on the table? I can help you in the mindset minimum. Why? To get you out of that, well, this is what I charge. It's like, well, why are you charging more? If you know I'm getting 10, why are you doing yourself any favor by charging 6?
Yeah. And then when you have customers that say, I know people who charge less, you can say, I have customers who pay more. So that's all there is to it, right?
I love that.
And the next thing is prices.
We actually have it up in our wall in our office.
Yeah. What I like to say when people say, well, that's a lot of money, it's like, well, it ain't coming down.
Yeah.
The prices aren't coming down. And so it is what it is, So
prices will never be lower than they are today.
There they are today. And so,
with your competitors, there's a competitor I have here in Phoenix, and I've reached out to him a few times. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I'm actually selling a segment of my business. We're taking all residentials that are a certain dollar price or a certain part of the city, and we're selling it. And I reached out to him. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll buy it. So guess what? I've been friendly with this guy for many years, and we're selling a segment of our business that we literally just don't want to focus on. It takes too much admin, it's too much drive time. But guess what? It's in his wheelhouse. It's the customers he wants. It's in the section of town he wants. And guess what? We're selling it to him because I've been friendly with him over the years. How about
Same
that?
team. You're on the same team. You're on the same team,
man.
I've been very friendly competitor with the chimney sweep. He was the biggest before me. There's probably a couple guys that might be rivaling him now, but I'm like 4 times bigger than all of them. And so, but I've always been friends with him. So there was a time when I was calling. So this is where the mentor, the trainee becomes the mentor. 25 years ago, I'm calling him for things.
Yeah.
Well, the last 10 years, it's him been calling me about stuff.
You're still calling each other, right?
But
It's
we're
like
still calling each other. Absolutely.